Hey guys, this is Chris here. Just bringing you guys another video real quick, give you guys an update. Today we'll talk a little bit about the Gouldian finches. Sorry, as I put my finger in front of the camera. We'll talk a little bit about the Gouldian finches, maybe some tips on keeping them as far as, keeping them healthy. We're coming into the fall season, so if anybody wants any breeding tips or anything like that on them, I'll kind of give you an update as to what I'm doing. You can see here, sorry, it's a little dark. I have my lights off, but there's a little baby that fledged today, actually, a little baby Gouldian. So I had two chicks that fledged today. I don't have a whole lot of breeding activity going on right now because it's not midsummer, but towards the end of the summer, but it's still really hot. Today was 100 degrees here, and so breeding's not the greatest with the Gouldians when it's super hot. So basically, if you're gonna have temperatures above 90 degrees consistently, I probably would say hold off on the Gouldians on trying to breed them. We'll see if we can get a little close. So this baby's it's a greenback. It's gonna be most likely a redhead white breast, or whitehead purple breast. And so it's like, as you can see, a lot of the birds are down here on the ground, and that's because it's so hot out here and it's a little cooler down on the ground. So I just gave them some fresh water and they've been taking baths and stuff like that. I don't see my other chick that fledged. I know it's out here. There's one that baby that fledged a couple weeks back. It's doing pretty good. It's starting to already molt. I can see some yellow coming in on its belly. So I still have some Gouldians out here that haven't quite molted. Oh, here's the other baby right up top here. You guys can see it sitting there. So that's the sibling. So I had two chicks fledge. So like I was saying, if you're having temperatures consistently above 90 degrees for like the next month, I would advise holding off on trying to breed your Gouldian finches. They tend to get stressed out a little bit easy, and as you can see, a lot of them are down here on the ground. I mean, right now it's easily 99 degrees, possibly even be 100, and so it's pretty hot out here. So it's important to always keep some fresh water and stuff like that. And I do have some nest boxes up here in the Gouldians. I do have a couple pairs that have started to try and breed for me. It's one of my babies this year, normal redhead purple breast. He's down there flying around. He's beautiful. He's done really good for me. He'll be a great addition next year for breeding. And so so I do have one pair that actually just laid some eggs. So they are, let me zoom out a little bit. So up here they just laid, there's 5 eggs in there. They've been sitting on. The two chicks, they just fledged out of this nest box. And I have kept a close eye on them. I do know which or who the parents are. But in colony breeding, there's no guarantee, honestly. I could have had one of my other females that just jumped in and laid an egg real quick and then bailed, and this other pair hatched out these eggs. But so here's one of my hens, a white breast. And so just a tip for, future, if you guys are looking to breed Gouldians in the summertime and it's really hot, I would advise to try not to breed them during your hottest parts of the summer. So that's not the pair, but I thought for a sec that was the pair that are the parents to the chicks, but they're not. So I would advise springtime or even fall time. Those temperatures, they're between 75 to 90 degrees, within that range. That's a little bit more tolerable for the birds. And so I've just noticed when it's really hot, the parents get stressed and then also the chicks get stressed. It's a lot hotter in those nest boxes, and so when it's hot outside, it seems to be even hotter in those nest boxes, and those chicks, they just get really stressed. They get hot really easy. And so I really haven't had a whole ton of success breeding during hot times of the year. And so so that's just kind of my advice. So my one pair that just laid the 5 eggs, I'm obviously going to let them sit and hatch those eggs out. We are coming into fall. You know, today's September 1st, so typically the temperatures for September here in Utah are, you know, the high 80s, mid 80s, which is a perfect temperature to breed. And so it doesn't get too cold at nights yet, so it stays warm enough that I don't have to put a heater out or anything like that, but it also stays cool enough in the day that I don't stress the birds out too much. And so I'll probably let them breed a little bit. I think what I'm going to do here with my Gouldians is I'm going to let them breed for the fall, and then probably come around December. October, November, I'll probably have to put a heater in my aviary, or my shed at least, to keep it warm in there if I have any chicks and stuff like that. But I'll probably let them breed till December, and then I'm going to take everything out. I'm going to split up my pairs, so I'll put my males over in my aviary over there, and then I'll leave my females in this aviary, just so that they'll molt. They won't focus on trying to breed. And once I separate the pairs and I take the nest boxes down, then the Gouldians will just settle down, and it's kind of like oh, okay, you want me to rest, and they seem to rest and molt and get them ready for next year. And so I think that's what we're going to do for them. Some of the foods that I'm feeding them right now, I've been giving them egg food about every 3 days. I have calcium out for them. I have a Cuddle Bone. I have a liquid calcium that I'll usually throw in like once a week. I have some millet spray that I'll give them every once in a while as a treat. Right now it is fall time, so we do have a lot of like cucumbers and lettuce and stuff like that. That's plenty, and so I have quite a bit of that I usually would throw out for them to just munch on. Or I'll place it throughout the aviary to kind of encourage them to forage. And so lots of times I'll put food over down where all the birds are sitting on the plant. I'll put some food down there, or I'll put some food inside my shed, or I'll try and hang it up like in the tree, just to kind of encourage them to forage a little bit so they don't get bored. It seems to help them stay active, and I really enjoy sitting out watching them forage for it. It's kind of like you're in actual nature. And so that's maybe if you want to do that. I'm trying to think, as of right now, the Gouldians, this summer didn't do a whole lot for me. I kind of thinned out my flock. I only had 2 or 3 pairs really that that are old enough to breed really, and so the rest of my Gouldians out here are all babies. They're all juveniles, and I've sold a bunch off. And so I think for fall we'll breed those ones, and I'll keep a close update on those. The nest box that I have 5 eggs, that they literally just barely laid them. So we'll do a video here in a few days. We'll candle them, see if they're fertile, and kind of keep you guys updated on that progress. And then here in the videos to come, I'll kind of give you an update on my canaries. There's one of my canaries sitting up there, and kind of what my plans are for them come fall, come winter time, and go from there. And we'll also give you an update on all my societies and stuff like that. And so so just a quick update on the Gouldians. I've enjoyed having them. It's fun to have them out here in the aviary. I don't typically colony breed with the Gouldians. I like to choose what colors and make sure that I don't have any siblings that are breeding or anything like that, because of my circumstances throughout the summer and in my job. And I kind of had to make things as simple as I could for my birds. I just threw them all out in the aviary, and I had some pairs that paired up and have bred for me. So I probably, those babies that I have, I've banded them I will band them certain colors, so I know which babies those are. I probably will most likely end up selling them, just to make sure that I don't start inbreeding or anything like that. I'm not 100% sure what parents those babies came from. I have a lot of redhead, white breast Gouldians right now, and so to really single out where those babies came from is pretty much impossible when you colony breed. So most likely I will be selling those babies or even trading them with other breeders, get some new bloodlines in. So come next year, we'll have some new bloodlines, some good strong birds ready to breed for us. And so If you guys have any questions on Gouldians, I'm trying to think of any of the comments that I've read lately, of any questions or comments that anyone has had for Gouldians. I think most of the comments have been on canaries, so I'll bring up a video here in the next day or two on canaries and keep you guys updated on that. So yeah, so that's where we're at with our Gouldian finches. So gonna start breeding them here, or let them breed for the fall, at least until December time, and then I'll probably end up splitting up all my pairs, and then I'm gonna set aside the babies that I'm either gonna trade or sell, and try and get some new bloodlines in come next year to be able to breed them. And so that's kind of the plan for the Gouldian finches. And if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns or anything like that with the Gouldian finches, please leave a comment below on the video. I'd be happy to answer those in the upcoming videos, or I can just answer it right there on the comments for you guys, no problems. There's one of my female canaries. She's pretty tame. She usually, when I come in to feed, she'll come fly on the food dish with me. And so that's one of my babies from this year, a redhead yellowback male. He's beautiful. And so we'll give you one last look at this baby sitting here next to me, and then we'll end the video. So we'll kind of go slow. Hopefully it doesn't fly away. There we go. Happy September 1st, guys. Thanks for watching.